Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Career Prep. In this video, we'll solve a few basic problems from the topic speed, time and distance. Since questions based on this topic are most frequently asked in competitive exams, it makes sense to understand the concept well. These questions are the ones where marks can be scored easily if practiced well. Before we begin, please subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon to get notifications as soon as we post a new video. So let's start. A person crosses a 600-meter long street in 5 minutes. What is his speed in kilometers per hour? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given distance is 600 meters and time is 5 minutes. We are supposed to find the speed in kilometers per hour. So let's first find speed in meters per second and then convert that speed to kilometers per hour. Now time is given in minutes. We know that 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 5 minutes is 5 multiplied by 60, which is 300 seconds. So distance is 600 meters and time is 300 seconds. Now we know the formula for speed. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. Now substituting the value of distance and time in this formula, we have speed is equal to 600 divided by 300, which is nothing but 2 meters per second. Now let's convert this 2 meters per second to kilometers per hour. To do that, you have to multiply this with 18 by 5. So 2 multiplied by 18 by 5 is 7.2 kilometers per hour. So whenever you have to convert from meters per second to kilometers per hour, multiply with 18 by 5. So now we have the answer in kilometers per hour. So speed is 7.2 kilometers per hour. So the correct answer is option B, 7.2. Find the distance covered by a man walking for 15 minutes at a speed of 3.5 kilometers per hour. You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that time is 15 minutes and speed is 3.5 kilometers per hour. Since the units is hour here, let's convert this minutes to hours. We know that 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. So 15 minutes is equal to 15 divided by 60 hours. So time is 15 divided by 60 hours and speed is 3.5 kilometers per hour. We are supposed to find the distance. We know the formula for distance is speed multiplied by time. Distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. Now substituting the values of speed and time in this formula, we get 3.5 multiplied by 15 divided by 60. And on solving this, we get the distance as 7 divided by 8 kilometers. Now when we look at the options given, we'll see that all the options are in meters. So let's convert 7 by 8 kilometers to meters. We know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. So 7 by 8 kilometers is equal to 7 by 8 multiplied by 1000, which is 875 meters. So the correct answer is option A, 875 meters. If a man can cover 12 meters in 1 second, how many kilometers can he cover in 3 hours 45 minutes? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that speed is 12 meters per second. Now when you look at the options, we see that all the options are in kilometers. So let's convert this speed to kilometers per hour. To do that, we have to multiply this with 18 by 5. So 12 multiplied by 18 by 5 kilometers per hour. So the speed is 12 multiplied by 18 by 5 kilometers per hour. Now time is given as 3 hours 45 minutes. We are supposed to find how many kilometers the man can cover in 3 hours 45 minutes. Now convert this 45 minutes to hours. So we have 45 by 60 hours. So time is 3 hours 3:45 by 60 hours. On simplifying this, we get 15 by 4 hours. So time is 15 by 4 hours. Speed is 12 multiplied by 18 by 5 kilometers per hour. Now we know that distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. Substituting the values of speed and time in this formula, we have 12 multiplied by 18 upon 5 multiplied by 15 upon 4, which is nothing but 162 kilometers. So distance is 162 kilometers. The correct answer is option C, 162 kilometers. An aeroplane covers a certain distance at a speed of 240 kilometers per hour in 5 hours. At what speed must it travel to cover the same distance in 1, 2 by 3 hours? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find what speed must the aeroplane travel to cover the same distance in 1, 2 by 3 hours. But here uh, to find the speed, uh, we have to know distance and time, but here we do not know the distance covered by the aeroplane. So first let's find the distance. Now it's given an aeroplane covers a certain distance at a speed of 240 kilometers per hour in 5 hours. So it's given that speed is 240 kilometers per hour and time is 5 hours. We know that distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. Substituting the values of speed and time in this formula, we get distance is equal to 240 multiplied by 5, which is 1200 kilometers. So now we know the distance as 1200 kilometers. Now we have to find the aeroplane speed uh, to cover 1200 kilometers in 1 2 by 3 hours. Now 1 2 by 3 hours is nothing but 5 by 3 hours. So now we know the distance as 1200 kilometers and time as 5 by 3 hours. The formula for speed is distance divided by time. Substituting the values of distance and time in this formula, we get speed is equal to 1200 divided by 5 upon 3 kilometers per hour. On solving this, we get the required speed as 720 kilometers per hour. So the correct answer is option D, 720 kilometers per hour. How long will a boy take to run round a square field of site 35 meters if he runs at the rate of 9 kilometers per hour? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find out how long a boy takes to run round a square field. This means you have to find out the time. Now it's given that speed is 9 kilometers per hour. But when you look at the options given, it's all in seconds. So let's convert this kilometers per hour to meters per second. To do that, you have to multiply with 5 by 18. So now we have speed as 9 multiplied by 5 by 18, which is nothing but 5 by 2 meters per second. Now it's given that the boy runs round a square field of side 35 meters. This means one side of the square field is 35 meters. We know that a square has 4 sides. So the distance run by the boy around a square field will be 35 multiplied by 4 meters, which is nothing but 140 meters. Now we know that the speed of the boy is 5 by 2 meters per second and the distance he has run is 140 meters. we are asked to find the time. So we know that the formula for time is equal to distance divided by speed. Substituting the values of distance and speed in this formula, we get time is equal to 140 divided by 5 by 2. On solving this, we get time as 56 seconds. So the boy takes 56 seconds to run round a square field of side 35 meters. So the correct answer is option D, 56 seconds. If a person walks at 14 kilometers per hour instead of 10 kilometers per hour, he would have walked 20 kilometers more. What is the actual distance walked by him? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now here we are asked to find the actual distance walked by the person. Let the actual distance walked by the person at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour be x kilometers. Now it's given that if the person had walked at 14 kilometers per hour instead of 10 kilometers per hour, he would have walked 20 kilometers more. So if he had walked at a speed of 14 kilometers per hour, he would have walked x plus 20 kilometers. Now the time walked by the person is the same. We know that time is equal to distance divided by speed. So x divided by 10 is equal to x plus 20 divided by 14. On cross multiplication, we get 14x is equal to 10x plus 200. On solving this, we get x is equal to 50 kilometers. So the actual distance walked by the person is 50 kilometers. So the correct answer is option A, 50 kilometers. A boy traveled a distance of 61 kilometers in 9 hours. He traveled partly on foot at 4 kilometers per hour and partly on bicycle at 9 kilometers per hour. Find the distance traveled on foot. You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now here you are asked to find the distance traveled by the boy on foot. Now it's given that a boy traveled a distance of 61 kilometers in 9 hours. Since we do not know the distance traveled on foot, let's assume that the distance traveled on foot is x kilometers. Then distance traveled on bicycle will be 61 minus x kilometers. It's given that he traveled partly on foot at 4 kilometers per hour and partly on bicycle at 9 kilometers per hour. We know that formula for time is distance divided by speed. Now the boy traveled x kilometers on foot at a speed of 4 kilometers per hour. So the time here is x divided by 4. He traveled on bicycle 61 minus x kilometers, the speed of 9 kilometers per hour. So the time here is 61 minus x divided by 9. It's given that the boy traveled the whole distance in 9 hours. So x by 4 plus 61 minus x by 9 is equal to 9. On solving this, we get x is equal to 16 kilometers. That is, the boy traveled 16 kilometers on foot. So the correct answer is option C, 16 kilometers. The ratio between the speeds of two trains is 7:8. If the second train runs 400 kilometers in 4 hours, then what is the speed of the first train? Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now here you are asked to find the speed of the first train. Now it's given that the ratio between the speeds of the two trains is 7:8. So the speeds of the two trains is 7x kilometers per hour and 8x kilometers per hour. It's also given that the second train runs 400 kilometers in 4 hours. We know the formula for speed. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. Now we know that for the second train, speed is 8x kilometers per hour, distance is 400 kilometers, and time is 4 hours. Substituting all these values in this formula, we get 8x is equal to 400 divided by 4. On solving this, we get x is equal to 12.5 kilometers per hour. Since we are asked to find the speed of the first train, we know that the speed of the first train is 7x kilometers per hour. So here we know x is equal to 12.5 kilometers per hour. So the speed of the first train is 7x, which means 7 multiplied by 12.5, which is 87.5 kilometers per hour. So the speed of the first train is 87.5 kilometers per hour. So the correct answer is option D, 87.5 kilometers per hour. Excluding stoppages, the speed of a bus is 54 kilometers per hour, and including stoppages, it is 45 kilometers per hour. For how many minutes does the bus stop per hour? You're given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now we know that the speed of the bus without stoppage is 54 kilometers per hour, and with stoppage it is 45 kilometers per hour. So because of stoppages, the bus covers 9 kilometers less in 1 hour. We know that time is equal to distance divided by speed. Let's calculate the time taken to cover 9 kilometers without stoppages. So distance is 9 kilometers and speed is 54 kilometers. So time is equal to 9 divided by 54, which is 1 by 6 hour. We know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 1 by 6 of an hour is 1 by 6 multiplied by 60, which is 10 minutes. So time taken to cover 9 kilometers is 10 minutes. So the bus stops for 10 minutes per hour. So the correct answer is option B, 10. A car traveling with 5/7 of its actual speed covers 42 kilometers in 1 hour, 40 minutes, 48 seconds. Find the actual speed of the car. You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that time taken is 1 hour, 40 minutes, 48 seconds. Let's convert all this to hours. So we know that 60 minutes is 1 hour. So 40 minutes is 40 divided by 60 hours. We know that 3600 seconds is 1 hour. So 48 seconds is 48 divided by 3600. So when we add all this, we get 1 plus 40 divided by 60 plus 48 divided by 3600 hours. When we solve this, we'll get time taken as 126 divided by 75 hours. Here we are asked to find the actual speed of the car. So let the actual speed of the car be x kilometers per hour. Now it's given a car travels with 5/7 of its actual speed to cover 42 kilometers in 1 hour, 40 minutes and 48 seconds. Now 5/7 of its actual speed means we have assumed that the actual speed is x kilometers per hour. So 5/7 of the actual speed is 5x divided by 7 kilometers per hour. Now distance is 42 kilometers and time is 1 hour, 40 minutes and 48 seconds, which is nothing but 126 divided by 75 hours. Now we know that distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. Substituting the values of distance, speed and time in this formula, we get 42 is equal to 5x divided by 7 multiplied by 126 divided by 75. On solving this, we get x is equal to 35 kilometers per hour. That is, the actual speed of the car is 35 kilometers per hour. So the correct answer is option D, 35 kilometers per hour. A man covers a distance of 1,200 kilometers in 70 days, resting 9 hours a day. If he rests 10 hours a day and walks with a speed 1.5 times of the previous speed, in how many days will he cover 840 kilometers? Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So now it's given that a man covers a distance of 1,200 kilometers in 70 days, resting 9 hours a day. Now we know that there are 24 hours in a day. So if he rests for 9 hours, it means that he is walking for 15 hours a day. He walks for 70 days. So in one day he walks 15 hours. So it means in 70 days he walks 70 multiplied by 15, which is 1050 hours. So the man covers a distance of 1200 kilometers in 1050 hours. We know that speed is equal to distance divided by time. So speed is equal to 1200 divided by 1050. On solving this, we get the speed as 8 by 7 kilometers per hour. Now it's given that if he rests 10 hours a day and walks with a speed 1.5 times of the previous speed, we have to find out in how many days he will cover 840 kilometers. So we know that the speed is 8 by 7 kilometers per hour. So now he walks 1.5 times of the previous speed. So new speed is 3 by 2 multiplied by 8 by 7, which is 24 by 14. On simplifying, we get the new speed as 12 by 7 kilometers per hour. We know that the distance is 840 kilometers and new speed is 12 by 7 kilometers per hour. So let's find the time using the formula. Time is equal to distance divided by speed. So time is equal to 840 divided by 12 by 7. On simplifying this, we get time as 490 hours. Now it's given that he rests 10 hours a day. This means that he walks 14 hours in one day. So if he walks 14 hours in one day, he walks 490 hours in 490 divided by 14, that is 35 days. He walks 490 hours in 35 days. This means that the man takes 35 days to cover a distance of 840 kilometers. So the correct answer is option C, 35 days. Viewers, please go through this video till you have understood the concept. Practice more such problems to increase your speed and also to be perfect with the concept. Please do watch our video on solved problems on the topic late, early and usual time. If you have liked this video, please like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.